Hi everybody! I'm gonna do my Christmas book haul now. These books I received in the past month, and I was waiting so I could have a lot of books so I could do all in one big book haul. Because I'm kind of in a book buying ban that's been working. Very proud of myself. Um, yeah, I just have this goal that I have to make my to be read pile smaller, like really small. I want, instead of having 50 books in my to be read pile, I want to have like 10. I think that's perfectly normal, but 50 is not nearly close to normal, and I want to fix that. So I'm planning to read a lot this month. Right after the book haul, my dog's barking. Right after the book haul, I'm gonna show you guys what I'm reading and what's on my to be read pile for December, which I usually don't do to be read lists for a month because my moods change constantly, and I might intend to read a book this month and then I'll just give up on it and pick up another. So, but I decided to do a goal so I could try to read as many books as possible. So yes. Okay, so starting with the book haul. The first one is Once Upon a Time in the North by Philip Pullman. And my whole collection of his Dark Materials series is in Portuguese. And I was waiting for the Brazilian edition to come out, but it's been years, and this book's not been translated. So I decided, what the hell, I'm gonna get it in English. But now it's the only one in the collection of in the series that it's in English, and I like to have a whole series in one language. You know what I mean? But I wanted to read it, and so I got the English copy. And this book is beautiful. It's made of fabric, and here is almost like it's metal. And just like that other little book, Lyra's Oxford, it has illustrations, some cute details, and some fun things that make the story a lot cooler. And in the back here, there's like a game. Um, I still didn't figure out how to play this, but it's very cool. It's like a map, and you can see some islands there. Yeah. And this thing came along, like there's a compass and these balloons that I think you go flying through the map. That was so cute, but I still have to figure out how to play this because I don't know yet. This next book I'm very excited for. You know when you have a feeling like this is your next favorite book? I think this is gonna be my next favorite book. I hope so, because I've been wanting to read a next favorite book. So it's The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern, maybe. And this is beautiful. I guess you guys have all seen this. It's lovely. It's lovely. It's unbelievable. Like inside, like this flap, it almost feels like it's another kind of paper. As long as the hand and the circus is a different texture. It's amazing. I love it. I was a bit upset because it came a little bit damaged, and I'm sure the book depository didn't have anything to do with this. I think it was in the mail because the box was completely squished. Is that how you say it? It was crumpled. So here in the bottom it's kind of weird. And inside, later I realized when I was looking at the jacket that it must have gotten wet in the way. So look how this part is. So because of this part, the other side is a little bit crumpled. I don't know if you can see the stain. Yeah, I was kind of sad for that. But this poor book, so beautiful and kind of ruined. But it was not that big. It didn't get to the pages. It's just a cover, so it's okay. Can't wait to read this. Next book is Anna and the French Kiss. Finally, I'm gonna read this. I won this from Daphne's contest. She had a contest, and I won. I was super happy. Yay! Love winning books. And I really like the paperback version because it has a flap, and I almost like the flap and the back more than the actual cover. It's so beautiful, and there's a flap in the back too with this little detail. It's lovely. And the pages, they have rough edges. Look at that. Yeah, it's so cool. I love it. This next one I was dying to get is The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer. Ever since BA, everyone's raving about it, and I was so curious from reading the back of it and the praise. I need to read this. Yes, I do. And I love this cover. It's fantastic. It's beautiful. It's almost like it's not shimmery. It's not the word for that. Yeah, it's just beautiful. I love it. And I love this girl's dress. It's fantastic. Just love it. Yeah. Next book is The Sookie Stackhouse Companion. I was very curious about this book because it was told that they had like some extras and some recipes, which I was very excited for. I love cooking, and I was crazy to do like the famous chocolate cake and some cool Southern USA recipes that I never did. And I was more drawn to this recipe thing. But then in the book there are short stories which are not very short. It's quite a big story, I think. I thought it was awesome. I get to read another story before the next book come out. And what I love about this is that they have kind of a summary of everything that has happened throughout the 11 books. Can remember things, like almost rereading them without rereading them. So that was fun. There's also like an index, I think is how you say it, with every character and every localization that has ever appeared in the books. So it's very fun. I think Sookie Stackhouse fans are gonna love this, love it. And I really love the back because there's a moon, very cool, and this little wolf here. It's very cool. Oh, I have to show something. And look at this. I love these little bats. They're so cool. Next book is The Replacement by Brenna Yovanov, and I have already read this. It was okay. I gave it 3 stars. It was very interesting in the beginning for me, but then from the middle to the end, it got kind of bad for me. But I'll talk more about this book later. But it was good. I gave it 3 stars. It was very good writing. The writing is fantastic. And I just love this cover because of the grass, which is funny. I think everyone talks about the car thingy. But the grass, it's so beautiful. It's just beautiful. And the back, which has the city. Very cool cover. Next one is It's Not Summer Without You. I read the first book, The Summer I Turned Pretty, and I loved it. It was amazing. So I was crazy to read the sequel. It's just very crazy. I think I'm gonna read it in January. Yeah. Next book is Daughter of Smoke and Bone, and I've been hearing a lot about it. Good things, bad things, and I wanted to see for myself what I thought about it because it sounded very interesting. Yeah. And I was very divided if I got this cover or that other cool cover that's more adult, you know, the purple cover. But this one won because I just loved it. I read the first chapter or prologue, something. Yeah, I read the first chapter, and the writing is amazing. It's amazing. Just this one chapter I can see I'm gonna like the writing. Yeah. So I want to talk about what I'm currently reading, and I'm reading Game of Thrones by George R. Martin, and yeah, I'm more than halfway through, and this book is very hard for me to pick it up because it's very dense. It's a very dense book, and it's gonna be very time consuming whenever you start reading it. So I just pick it up when I know I have a lot of time in my hands, and so I hesitate to pick it up. But when I do, I remember why I'm reading this because I have considered stopping and giving up on it. But whenever I'm reading it and another chapter with Jon Snow in the wall comes along, I just get fascinated again and I want to read more and more and more. So I am finishing this. Definitely. Just now I'm beginning to get obsessed with this. Yes, I'm not watching the series yet, so I will watch season 1 whenever I finish this. And guys, it's getting very good. It's getting good. And I'm thinking of getting the sequel, but I'm waiting for a tie-in edition to come out. I think it's gonna be in February because I want my covers to match. And I really don't like these silly covers with the crown and whatever. I want cool covers. So yeah, wish me luck. I'm gonna finish this year. It's on my to-be read pile. Like, it's one of my goals for this month is finishing this book. I'm also still reading Delirium. I was distracted reading other things, and so I took a break from this. But it's amazing. It's not that it's bad or anything, and so I'm taking a long time. It's amazing, and whenever I read it, I read a huge chunk because it just flows super fast, and it's very good. So I'm about here, and soon I hope to finish this week, probably. I'm gonna show what's on my to-be read pile for December, which I decided to do a to-be read pile that I'm trying to stick with. So the first one I got is Sophie Kinsella's Remember Me, because I decided to put some light chick lit books in the middle of my heavy books, because I unexpectedly finished a book last week, which was Waiting for You by Suzanne Colasanti. And it was like super fast, and I was reading the super dense books, and I got that one and I finished in like 2 days. So I thought, man, I have to do that. I have to get these light books in between and read more. So this is Remember Me, and every time I read the back of this, I get crazy to start it, so yeah. Also, The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. I want to read this before I see the movie with Daniel Craig, and this is gonna be dense. It's gonna be very dense and, time consuming, probably, but I'll get to it. I'll do it. The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer, I want to read it this month, and I think it's going to be a fast read, because everyone says that when you start it, you better have a lot of time in your hands because you won't want to stop. So I think it's going to be a fast read, which is good. Anna and the French Kiss, I want to read this month, and it's also probably very addictive and fast-paced and quick. And The Night Circus, finish the year, probably. Maybe I'll have time to more books, but I don't think so. Because if you think about it, I just have like 3 weeks to do that. It's insane. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. But this one would definitely be on my reading list for December. I'm waiting just for one more book, which I think it will arrive soon, probably today. And then I'll show you guys which one it is. Yeah, that was it. My Christmas book haul. Hope you guys have a wonderful holiday and enjoy yourselves this Christmas. And I'll see you guys next time, maybe for a tag, or I have to do the last part of my books read this year, but I'll probably do it, I don't know, at the very end of the month or the beginning of January to show everything I managed through December. So yeah. Thank you guys for watching and see you later.